भाई आज अपने फेवरेट लाफिंग great moments of domestic and international.
Hello, hello, dear student. Hope my voice is audible. Hello, hello, dear student. Hope my voice is audible. Hello, hello. Yes, now everything is okay. So, dear student, we'll start our discussion. So, first of all, dear student, very good morning to all of you. Hope you all are doing well. आप अच्छे से हो and भगवान करे आपका दिन बहुत अच्छा जाए. So today we are going to discuss about fourth. Today we are going to discuss about 4th August, the Hindu newspaper analysis. So before starting this discussion, so let me explain about this objective of this discussion. So we are here to study each and every news article that is available in our newspaper according to our UPSC prelims, mains and interview syllabus. So I am going to tell you where this newspaper or this news article is going to be used, whether it is applicable in your prelims. If it is most important for prelims, then what kind of question they can ask. If it is mains, then which part of the mains, whether you can write in conclusion, introduction or body, or it can be a standalone question itself, and in interview what you need to be know about it. So that means it is the discussion is basically aim how we can maximize the utilization of this Hindu newspaper in just 1 hour. Okay, so discussion will be span around 45 minutes to 1 hour, and this newspaper study is also taking around hardly 45 minutes. And during this discussion I am going to give you during discussion I am going to give you 10 to 15 tasks. So it is your homework. You have to complete this task after completion of this video and come back. Okay, then again you'll watch. So by doing that you'll get 20 to 30 marks extra in your prelims and 80 plus marks in your mains as compared to what other are scoring. So that is what going to give you good edge as compared to your competitor. Okay, so my audio video everything is okay. Please confirm me once, dear student. Please confirm me because I don't, I'm not able to understand whether everything is good or not. So please confirm me once whether everything is good or not. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So first one is election commission ask the Tejasvi to give voter ID for the proof. देखो, this is very political news, not important for us, but what is important is a constitutional body should maintain its integrity. It should not be biased. It should be rise above the petty politics, rise above the favoring any party. It should be conduct in an impartial way. So why it is important? Because currently the special intensive revision drive that is being going on in Bihar. So election, it is the high time for the election commission to show the impartiality of this institution that is being built in last 70 years. So that is what most important. Apart from that, nothing much is important. Okay, so next is biofortification of potato to hit Indian market soon. So this is very much important for agriculture, economy, food security. So recently we are also planning to introduce biofortification of potato. That means we can modify the potato seeds so that it can carry more iron plus vitamin E, so that we can fight the vitamin A deficiency and iron deficiency. So biofortified potato which added iron content will soon be available in Indian market. So biofortified sweet potato with vitamin A added using technology developed by CIP are already available in Karnataka, Assam, West Bengal, and Odisha. CIP is an apex research body international. So this is it is from. So we'll take effort to make the seed of biofortified potato available to more farmer. So if more farmer are going to grow this biofortified potato, so that means it is going to helpful to fight against the malnutrition. Na? So you have to remember that this this company CIO, it is not belongs to the India. Okay. So focus is on the iron for fortification in potato. So we have already shared the germ plasm with the Indian Council of Agriculture Research for potato farming. So now it is under the ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agriculture Research, to adopt to the growing Indian conditions. Okay. So if you look into that, so this organization is not belongs to the India, rather it is. Okay. So next important news we are going to see about the silent rally in the Kolhapur seeking return of the elephant. So recently we have seen that the Reliance industry, so they have started a new environmental you can say protection or about Bantara. Bantara is a rehabilitation center that is being built by the Reliance industry. So people are protesting for demanding the return of all this elephant. So Kolhapur witnessed a massive turnout on the Sunday. Thousands of walk in a silent protest urging the authorities to bring back the 36-year-old elephant Mahadevi from NGO Bantara Wildlife Rehabilitation Facility in the Jamnagar. So recently I've seen in one particular examination state PCS, I think Odisha PCS, so they have asked about Bantara, what is related to it. So whenever something happening like recent this kind of news, so you need to remember that. So this can be a very good question if you are able to remember 5 to 6 question like that. So if you are getting like 10 to 12 marks, which is very good marks to clear this exam with comfortability. So Bantara is a brainchild of Ananta Avani, son of the industrialist Mukesh Ambani, and is supported by Reliance Industry Limited and Reliance Foundation. Okay. So as for the court order, so the Hindu, the Bantara said that the transfer has since been carried out by the authorities. Bantara has merely complied with the court direction. The promoter family who supported the Bantara philosophically have no involvement in the daily operation. We are not party to the proceeding at any stage. So that means this Reliance Industry, Anant Ambani, they are only providing funding, but they are not running day-to-day activity. So how it is important? So whenever you are talking about how corporate is involved in the wildlife conservation, you can talk about Bantara initiative. You can talk about corporate can provide donation for promotion of a wildlife national park. So देखो, we can also promote the protection of environment. Let's say we have 100 corporates, we can ask them fund the national parks, each and every national parks, and we can name this national park even according to this corporate. If they are providing good amount of funding, if they are, then I don't think renaming the national park on that name would not no, it's good initiative, and we can get good amount of fund for protection of our environment. So next important news is next you can, dear student, you can join our daily answer writing. So you know that after prelims and mains you'll get hardly 75 days. So it is better to start writing answer from now onward rather than waiting by that time. Okay, you can scan this QR code to download our application. There you can join our answer writing program. So next is Sitaramaya condemn the water tank poisoning to oust minister to oust the Muslim headmaster. So recently there is a communal incident happened. Karnataka Chief Minister Sitharamaya on Sunday condemned the allegedly poisoning of the drinking water tank near school at the Belgavi district. So intention of ensuring transfer of Muslim headmaster, just to ensure if this incident is true, whatever being said, it's a very, you can say, condemnable incident. So just to ensure transfer or fulfill petty incident, we cannot poison a tank. So that can lead to the massive killing of children, whatsoever may be the objective. So we cannot tolerate such act, because it can lead to the severe death of the student children, na? So dear student, you can also get our CSAT PYQ and free NCERT test available already in our application. You can scan this to join. So next is farming under the shadow of gun. So recently we have seen severe disturbances is going on in Manipur between Meitei community and Kuki-Zo community. So in between them, so there are patches of agricultural landage that is being there. So for last 1 or 2 years, so people are not able to cultivate because of security risk, but now under the protection of the security forces, now they are cultivating the agriculture. So apart from that, this news is this article is not much important. Okay, you can ignore it. So next is 6 Odisha worker killed in rock collapse at Andhra Pradesh quarry. So this is what very much important to ensure protection and safety of the migrant worker, and we need to ensure that labor standard is properly followed, and in case of death we need to payment, and that then it will be proper payment of compensations to those who were affected. Okay, so that is what very much important for our whenever you are talking about, you can take reference of whenever migrant worker kill anywhere. Okay, so you can take reference of that. And dear student, you all already know that we are providing Duranchara year-long mentorship program. Here you will get high quality mentorship at very nominal price. So we are also conducting live answer writing. So it is very premium. Everyone, so many students have joined. So you can also get benefit of it at very nominal price. So next is comprehensive policy for Malayalam film industry within 2 to 3 months. So what happened? So I think you know about HEMA panel. So the Kerala film industry, they set up a HEMA panel to look after sexual abuse or gender-based violence in the Malayalam film industry. They have found glaring abuse of the right of the woman. There is a sexual harassment and favor demanded by the all producer director. So after that, so there has been a protest uproar to improve the condition of worker in the film industry. So this article is talking about that whenever you are talking about labor protection, informal sector, we need to ensure safety. So always refer one particular sector is film industry. Okay, so Kerala film policy conclave conclude here on Sunday. The cultural affair minister making a commitment to frame a comprehensive policy for Malayalam film industry within 2 to 3 months. So Kerala is going to frame a comprehensive policy. So over 2 days, panel discuss on the stakeholder from the industry as well as expert from the various sector was held, followed by open forum. So here they have been discussed about the condition of service is not good. There is a discrimination, low payment, and in case of any movie, so the lead actor they are taking 80% of the total revenue and 20% rest is taking. So that is the reason. So only few people are benefiting and rest are exploited in this movie industry. So next Karnataka government shrink the buffer zone based on the size of the water body. Small tanks will not require them. Dekho, if this is a lake, so we need some sort of buffer around that lake so that we can protect the lake. So recently this buffer zone is given by National Green Tribunal Order 2016. So according to that they are maintaining the buffer zone, but we know that with urbanization there is shortage of land. So what happening gradually, everyone they are encroaching upon this buffer land. So due to lack of availability of land, Karnataka government they are reducing the size of this buffer land na. चलिए लास्ट पे चलते हैं. So scientists use AI design to design protein to generate immunocell. So scientists now they have redesigned the protein to generate the immunocells. So this is very important. So team of Harvard scientists have used artificial intelligence in the form of AI design protein. So they have used AI to design protein to generate large number of immunocells, enhance the immunity against the disease ranging from the cancer to viral infection. So scientists engineer a synthetic activator of a key cellular pathway called notch signal. So you have to know about notch signal. So already I have written here notch signal. What is notch signal? So which play crucial role in cellular differentiation and is essential for transforming human immunoprotein to the T cells. Okay? So notch signaling is a cell-to-cell communication system vital for development, processing, and tissue homeostasis. So notch cell is actually the communication that is being happening from cells to cell. So the next important thing you need to know about homeostasis. That is the internal body mechanism. Whenever you fell sick, automatically you come back to the healthy. So this is what happened because of the homeostasis. Okay. So here also given homeostasis is body's way of keeping everything balanced and stable despite what is happening around. So if there is a cut in your body or there is an injury in your body, automatically you come back and recover from that infection. It is because of homeostasis. So in response to the viral infection or cancer, body required a higher production of T cells to mount an effective immuno attack. Dekho, let's say this is a human body. So let's say this is a human body. So if this body is attacked by some virus, then inside this body it will produce lot of T cells, and these T cells will come like surround this virus and kill them. Okay. So however this process depends on the activations of notch signals, but to produce this T cell, our body need to activate the notch signal. The moment it got the notch signal, just like let's say you are in your home. So if someone is ring your calling bell, you understand that something is coming. If someone is coming, your friend, you can accept them. If they are not friend, you can simply attack that person. Same thing when virus knock our body, they try to enter our body. So at that time, notch signal is produced. By understanding the notch signal, so T cell can be produced. If it is virus, the T cell can simply kill all this virus. Okay. So here, the body generate more T cells to deal with viral infection or cancer. This process depends on the activation of the Notch signal pathway, for which no molecular activator have been available. Okay. So this is what very important. So recently, the Nobel Prize AI-driven protein design technology uh, innovation that contribute to the Dr. Baker receiving 2014 Nobel Prize. So you have to remember the name. The next is Damish Asabish and John Jumper were used to address these challenges. So using, just read it, you understand. So next is about this NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. So this article is talking about recently we have launched the NISAR satellite. It is a joint collaboration between NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. To build this satellite, it is taking lot of time, around I think 12 to 14 years. No need to know about all these things, but basically you need to know about what are the instrument that is being used. So it is a all weather 24 into 7 satellite that can monitor all over the earth in a 12-day period. Like it will be scan entire earth in a just like this. It will start rotating and scan everything just 12 days. So it is used dual band. L band means long wavelength, and S band short wavelength. So long wavelength help in ground penetration. So it can go inside the ground and understand what are the changes that is being happen beneath the soil or under the soil. And S band is going to observe whatever happening on the surface of the soil. Okay. So just read it. I don't think much important, because it is mostly talking about how they are developing, what are the challenges they are facing. This is not important for us. What is important for us, I'm just going to make a video or today only, so you can see that in our YouTube also. So I'll explain everything about the importance of it. Okay. So next important article is Pakistan back Iran nuclear program for peaceful purpose. So Pakistan backed the Iran nuclear program because both Pakistan and Iran is having border to one another, and they are also planning to have a bilateral trade of $10 billion. So next is Trump right 17 pharmaceutical companies seeking cut in their price. So Donald Trump recently returned to 17 pharmaceutical company because this company are pricing their medicine at a very high price. So because of that, it is not, people are not getting affordable medicine. So this is first time president is writing a letter to all these you can say pharmaceutical company to reduce the prices. So next is court begin Hasina trial over crime against the humanity. So the prosecution called Bangladesh former PM nucleus of all crime, and with regard to violent suppression of 2014 protest, her two top ads were named as a co-accused. So we know that there is a severe student-led protest in the Myanmar, sorry, in Bangladesh. So after that, Hasina left with no other option but to leave the country. Now there has been war crime going on against the Sheikh Hasina and his all his government or all his assistants. So they are trying to make sure that severe penalty should be awarded to the Hasina, Sheikh Hasina. Okay. So next is central law to increase the CISF strength to the 58,000 personnel to be recruited over next 5 years. So recently, our president have increased the strength of central industrial security forces to CISF to you can see here from 2 lakhs to 2.2 lakhs, and currently the strength is 1.6. So we need around 58,000 additional forces. So if you look into function of our CISF, so they are basically protecting the severe important security installation. For example, so they are deploying in sector like aviation, seaport, thermal power plant, nuclear installation, hydropower plant, and jail in the Jammu and Kashmir. So their basic role is to ensure that the protection of the important installation in different locations. So they are basically protecting the installation. So okay. So it is your homework. You have to study about CAPF, Central Armed Police Force. So how many CAPF are there? So ठीक है, and you know what are the challenges CAPF is facing. So I think there is a controversy recently also going on Central Armed Police Force, whether the IPS should head the CAPF, or you know the commandant should be given more promotion to this top level of post like in IG, then DIG. ठीक है, so what kind of, like you know, whether it is the CAPF or it is the IPS would be lead in this forces. So next is Philippine president to visit India as two sides look to deepen maritime ties. So we know that Philippine is a very good. We can have very good relation. We are having very good relation with Philippine, and Philippine is having conflict with the China. Like you know, recently China is supporting Pakistan and creating trouble for us, and it can be a very good opportunity. We can help the Philippines to create their, you know, naval capability. We can provide line of credit. We are also selling or providing the BrahMos missiles to the Philippines. So on that backdrop, it is a very good initiative. So it can going to help to improve our ties. We have already deployed our naval destroyer that reached the port of Manila, and we are going to conduct, you know, joint exercise there. So that is a clear signal to the China. If you are active in Indian Ocean, we are also active in the South China Sea. Okay. So next important article: stop selling China mega dam boge to push Siang project. So we have known that China recently constructing a dam on the river called Yarlangso in Tibet to push and you know, to protect India. We are also planning to construct Siang offer multi-purpose project. This is called SUMP, Siang offer multi-project purpose project. So Yarlangso is a offer stream of the Siang, which flow into Arunachal Pradesh and later meet two other river in Assam to form the Brahmaputra. So the this dam on the Yarlangso is called Medog hydropower station in Tibet, being pursued by the China, expected to generate 60 gigawatt. So I think you might not able to realize what is the amount. So it is the amount of total India's total India's solar installation capability. Currently we are having 60 gigawatt of total solar installation capability. That is what the capability of this power plant. So while Beijing claim it is a clean energy initiative, both India and Bangladesh have expressed concern about the downstream impact of the project, because if this project is constructed, so China may stop flowing of the water. So that is what led to a drought in India and Bangladesh, and during flood season it might open the gate. If it is open the gate, then flood water will rush inside, may cause severe damage to the downstream also. So instead of creating fear over the Medong project, so government of India should consult the Chinese counterpart to get accurate status of the project before publishing some throw. So you know, the Arunachal Pradesh local civil society organization, so they are opposing, because they are saying that you cannot use, you know, the Medog dam as an excuse for construction of this some hydropower project in Arunachal Pradesh, because if you are constructing this project, so it is going to displace 27 village and 1.5 lakh people, and in India we have already known that in past, so our rehabilitations to those who are affected is not good. So that is the reason people are not trusting us. Okay, so you can say, so we can say no doubt we need hydroelectric project, but we need to ensure that those who are going to affect by this project, they should be properly rehabilitated. Then only people can support and understand us. So this biofortification potato hit Indian market soon. So here you know, this already we have discussed in front phase. So this article is very important for your agriculture biotechnology. Okay? So India has strongest momentum potato production. Farmer wanted better variety of potato that grow with fewer agrochemical input. They also want to be part of the market chain, including food processing. So dear student, everything is okay. My voice is audible or not? So please confirm me once. So initially I think there was a quality, there is a issue with the network. So because of that, you know, we have not able to take that live session. So please confirm me everything is okay or not. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So next is why Hong Kong recognizing and licensing stable coins. Stable coins. So you know, recently the cryptocurrency is quite in news. So currency like, you know, Bitcoin. So what is the problem with the Bitcoin? So Bitcoin, there is no intrinsic value of the Bitcoin. So whatever the value you are seeing, these are speculation. For example, this pencil I'm holding have some intrinsic value. If you just, you know, break down, will find some battery something, it can be soldable values. But on the other hand, cryptocurrency is simply a digitally programmable thing. So there is no inherent value. People are buying, purchasing simply on the basis of speculation. The moment they believe that, you know, Bitcoin price will increase, they'll keep buying and price will be very high. The moment they'll think that this price is going to crash, at the one day the price will be decrease from the $40,000 to zero also. So because there is no intrinsic value, or it is not a link to the any value. But on the other hand, stable coin are one, that is each Bitcoin is backed by certain stable asset. For example, one Bitcoin equals to 10 gram of gold is a stable coin. So here each and every Bitcoin is backed by some gold or some the stable item. So in case let's say there is any trouble happen, let's say there is a lack of sentiment, so at the back there is a gold, so we can sell them and pay to our customer. So that is what called stable coin. Then what is the difference between stable coin and CBDC? So what is CBDC? Central bank digital currency. So stable coin can be issued by the private agencies or government agency, but central bank digital currency is only issued by the government of the only the central government, just like the monetary authority of India is Reserve Bank, so they can issue. Okay, so that is what the news. So why they want a regulation? Because if some let's say the startup, they are issuing some stable coin, and for stable coin they have to back some assets, that it can be dollar, it can be something like gold, it can be diamond, anything. So if we are not going to provide proper regulation, so there is high chances that these startup, they might not back some assets, so which can create market collapse in the later also. So how will be railway Sairang help in regional connectivity? So recently we have seen that lot of connectivity project is being going on in the northeast. Yes, if there is a good amount of connectivity project that is we are going to implement in the northeast, it will help in reaching out to our neighbor state, like the east, you can say the East Asia. So that is what going to promote our East Asia connectivity project. Okay, so you can just study it and remember 2 to 3 connecting lines, that is connecting from India to Southeast Asia. So and recently this connectivity project are getting a not properly promoted because the coup that is being happen in the Myanmar and disturbances in the Bangladesh. Okay, so that is what impacting our connectivity project in the northeastern region. So next is why there was a Malagam blast accused freed. So I think back to back two incident happen in India. One is the Mumbai train blast and this Malegaon blast case. So both the cases, the accused, accused being Supreme, court simply give them the scot free because there is a improper investigation, improper investigation, and the prosecution unable to prove that these person are involved in the terror activity. So here we need to understand a lot of things. We need to ensure that all our investigation should be professional, should be disciplined, they should be follow the highest standard of professionalism. And we need to ensure that scientific evidence collection, we need to ensure that proper faster delivery of the justice. If let's say crime is happening in 2025, if someone is getting punishment in 2050, so do you think that in 25 year people will remember what is happening and they'll forget everything? So in that case there is no point of punishing that also. So that is what happened all this case, because the prosecutor is not able to prove that these person are involved with 100% surety. And in our criminal justice system, we cannot make a simple innocent person as a criminal. This is what called miscarriage of justice. So that is the reason both cases. So we have make sure that there should not be any punishment without proper evidence. So how does the World Bank classify country by income? ठीक है, सो वर्ल्ड बैंक कैसे क्लासिफाई करता है कंट्री को ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इनकम? सो वर्ल्ड बैंक दे पब्लिश द ग्रॉस नेशनल इनकम. सो द वर्ल्ड बैंक publish gross national income per capita. So how they can count? They can count total national income by total population. This is what called GNI, gross national income per capita. So total national income by total people. So on that basis, if they are if some country, they have classified entire world into four category: lower income countries. So you can see here it is given. Yes. So lower income, middle income country, I think here it is also given. So low income country, if the per capita income is 1,135 or less. Lower middle income 1,136 to 4,000 495 upper middle, so 4,496 to 13,935 to high income country 13,935. So on that basis they are categorizing, you know, the country by income. Okay, so on that basis, you know, different country are getting benefits at the national international level. So just remember this. And how GNI is calculated, how gross national, first what is GDP minus, you know, we need to count the NNP, we have to count the NNP, then only we have to count the gross national income, then only we have to. So just understand the process of calculating from GDP to per cap, you know, GNI per capita. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So on track towards belonging. So recently we have started constructing the railway link to the Jammu and Kashmir. So you know, railway link is not about simply connectivity, it is the connection of heart, psychology and mind integration. So this article is talking about, you know, how over the period of time we have connecting different part, and because of that, you know, we have improving our connectivity, bridging the you know, the relationship and psychological integration of India. So here it is talking about how the Chenab bridge we have constructed despite having all these challenges. Even in the past also we have constructed the railway line in the western Ghat, which is passing through the challenging terrain. We have constructed in northeast also. So here we can understand one thing. So despite all these challenges, we have to ensure proper connectivity to the nook and corner of the country for proper development and prevent any left-wing extremism or security threat. While if we are providing good connectivity, it is also increasing the togetherness, people's sense of belongingness. Okay, so that is what we can understand from this article. So next is a step forward but not enough. So recently Karnataka government, they have produced platform worker based Karnataka platform based gig worker social security and welfare ordinance. So recently Karnataka government, they have issued an ordinance for welfare of the gig worker. So gig worker means, you know, they are platform worker, informal worker. They are attached to a platform or a digital medium. For example, the worker of the Ola, Uber, then you can say about the Zomato and food delivery guys. So these are called gig worker. So what they have suggesting, they are suggesting 1 to 5% the welfare as a ranging from 1 to 5% of the payment for transactions to the gig worker should be given. Okay, but we have to understand that, you know, whenever we are putting this limit, so always, you know, the industrialists, they pay the lowest limit, and this amount is not good. So this is what the argument. No need to go in detail, just you need to know that what is gig worker, and we need to ensure social security safety of the gig worker. Why? Because, you know, recently each and every industry, they are talking about 5 minute delivery, 10, you know, 5 minutes delivery. So but what about in this the 5 minute, in some delivery partner, they died because of accident, so we need to provide some sort of security to them also na. Chaliye, next is another slip off by India in trade pact with the UK. So here what is the important issue is about the compulsory licensing. So what is compulsory licensing? So let's say a pharmaceutical company develop a medicine X for COVID, and to develop that medicine, it is taking huge amount of time and money. So they are applying for the IPR or patent. So they get the patent, so that means they have the exclusive right to produce. So they have no competition, so they have fixed the price, let's say 1 lakh rupees. And 1 lakh rupees is not affordable for everyone to pay. In that case, what government will do, government will make it compulsory licensing. That means any pharmacist, they can produce this patented product without having to pay you know, royalty or anything to this company. So this is what called compulsory licensing. On the other hand, there is called voluntary licensing. So what do you mean by voluntary licensing? So if company voluntarily publish that we will give license to these all, so that is what called voluntary licensing. But what problem here you can see. So recently we have signed free trade agreement with the UK. It is called comprehensive economic trade agreement. Raised several questions regarding India's commitment to the intellectual property right. That problem in article understandably regarding the trips. And so you need to remember about the trips, trade related aspect of intellectual property right. So it is an agreement that is signed under the WTO. So basically talking about protection of intellectual property right. Okay. held in particular in the first paragraph. So party recognize preferably and optimal route to promote ensure access to the medicine enough voluntary mechanism. That means this article is talking about voluntary licensing, not about the compulsory licensing. Today in India, we have in past also the high prices of patented medicine are serious anomaly of the patent system due to excessive rent seeking by the patentee. So, compulsory licensing of patent medicine can vastly improve affordability of high price medicine by facilitating production of such medicine. This experience followed by the grant of compulsory license to the NATCO pharmacy. So, you need to remember this example because this is what mentioned in your syllabus about the intellectual property right. So, we have given compulsory license to the NATCO. So before the price was used to be 2.8 lakh, but after this compulsory licensing, the price fall to 8,800 only. So that is what the concern is, that if we are promoting voluntary license, then corporate or these pharmacists, they are not going to listen. Instead, they will charge high. So we need to make sure that compulsory licensing. So right to repair must include in the right to remember. Okay, so right to repair means, recently we are seeing that e-waste is booming because we are moving to a digital world, and AI, machine learning also further give push to all these things. But we need to make sure that all our designing, all our equipment should be designed in a such a way that it should be repaired multiple number of time. It should be modular in design, and all the spare parts should be available, so that if we can design something, you can, let's say the mobile is lifetime is 5 year, if you can repair it and you can extend it to 10 hour, that means we can save half of our e-waste. At the same time, it is going to create a lot of employment, and it can also increase the access of this device to the poor people. So this article is talking about we need to promote this repair culture in our e-waste management. Okay, so then only we can give all this benefit. Okay, dear student, this is all about the 4th August, the Hindu newspaper analysis. So, dear student, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and please do share this channel with your friend. So, we'll have to end here our discussion. Chaliye, bye bye.